pretty impressive pairing to get you going at 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time. Max Homa begins his push to a championship and is looking at his first-round pairing of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. And we're joined now by Max Homa down there in Memphis. And Max, in the home stretch of what is naturally a grind of a season, you got to get up for a playoff. What is your mentality as you enter now one sleep away of chasing a championship?
Yeah, it's cool. It's exciting. I think sometimes the year can slog along a little bit. It's been obviously a little bit more compressed than normal, so you're looking for a boost of adrenaline, and the playoffs are a perfect time to get that.
Max, your last start was at the Open Championship, and it was a pretty cool moment. You made a long putt for birdie to make the cut on the number, and you let out a visceral scream, which showed how much it meant to you, but it also, I guess, spoke to the frustrations you'd felt this year. And you had a great line after that when you said, expectation is a hell of a drug. What did you mean by that, and what did you expect in 2024 that maybe you haven't seen?
Yeah, I just think you always think you finally have gotten over the hump of golf being impossibly hard, and then you're reminded pretty quickly that it's always going to be impossibly hard. You should appreciate the times where it feels relatively easy more often. But yeah, it's been just a kind of roller coaster year, some really great moments, and then basically a 2-month lull. So yeah, I was just excited. I wanted to play 2 more rounds of the Open. I wanted to win, kind of an internal battle and not giving up. I wanted to get some points going into this playoff run. I wanted to, make some headway to try to solidify a spot on the President's Cup. So just a lot of it kind of came out, and I don't know, every once in a while it's supposed to have some fun on the golf course, so that was a fun moment.
Yeah, Max, it's really interesting, and I'm glad that Eamon mentioned that expectation being a hell of a drug. It feels like media and fans, we watch you great golfers. We watch Max Homa out there and be like, well, he's elite. He's had such great performances. It's almost expected all the time. Is that something that is a commonality that all you elite golfers have to manage, this expectation that feels otherworldly at times?
I think it's just mostly our own. Like I said, I think at times your swing feels like it's what could possibly go wrong, and then life happens and something gets off, and then you're chasing something. So it's just the nature of the game. But as quickly as it can get off, it can get back on. So having the last 3 weeks off is kind of one of those reinvigorating moments or times when you get to work at stuff and kind of forget about the rest of the world and just work at your craft. So I think in general that's more what it is. It's just our day-to-day, sometimes you want to bottle something and you can't, and if you could, I think a lot of people would be a lot better and a lot happier, but I think that's the beauty of this sport.
How much do you allow yourself to think about what good golf will deliver for you, Max? Now, you're 35th in the FedEx Cup, so you're guaranteed a couple of weeks pretty much of playoff action. You need to make a little bit of a move to get to Eastlake. You're outside of the automatic picks for the President's Cup. How much is Eastlake and a President's Cup in the back of your mind right now?
No more than usual. I think it's just always in the back of my mind. Those are, the 2 goals to start every year, make the U.S. team for one of the team events this year, President's Cup, and make the Tour Championship. So, yeah, they're just always in the back of my mind. But I have a lot of fun chasing, whatever my potential could be. So as much as it's, in my mind, I'm still just looking to play great golf like I would any week. So it's just, it's a fun chase. Obviously you get rewarded if you play great, but I'm not looking at it as a burden. It's something I would really love to do, but I think the harder you try to hold on to that, the harder it actually is to attain. So, as they say, one foot in front of the other and see what's what.
Well, Max, you played great in this very event on that very course a year ago, finishing T6. What do you draw upon from what you achieved last year and try to bring this week in Memphis?
Yeah, that I could play this golf course all right. I've struggled prior years, so I do think it sets up okay for me in that, it's a pretty tight little plot yourself a long, tight place. I think I've put the greens pretty well the last couple times here, or at least that's what I'm remembering, so that's good. I enjoy the challenge. It's a difficult golf course, a lot of trouble, difficult to chip, but it's high reward. You hit great tee shots, the second shots feel really easy. So I like that part of this golf course a lot. I enjoy the challenge this place kind of presents. And so I think last year was good. I have good memories of playing this place. I mean, no one goes unscathed around here, but I feel like I left with just a couple scratches and not a gash. So I'm gonna at least know that I can get around this place all right when I'm playing well.
Max, you've been pretty vocal earlier this season about how there's too much focus on the business of golf and too many people talking about money in golf, and that it's a turn-off for the average fan who just wants to see the best perform at their best. Does that become a trickier scenario for players when they're asked questions in press conferences for the next 3 weeks? Because the narrative really is building up at this point of the season into these very lucrative bonuses that are available at the Tour Championship. Is that a tough line to walk as a player where you don't want to have that conversation, but it's kind of what the narrative is?
Yeah, I guess it is probably tricky. I just think that, I don't know, everyone's different. Winning the FedEx Cup is such an honor. Obviously, the financial compensation you get for that is outrageous and amazing, but I still think that the honor of winning it is, and ending the season as, the top point getter is a tremendous goal. So I don't think people really believe me when I say that, but that is a reason I want to end the season in the highest rank I can, because it means a lot to me. It means I've done the work. It means that I've performed. It means that I've executed when I needed to. But when it gets pushed as just like the bonus we get for finishing 5th or 4th or 1st, then, that's what it seems like it comes down to. But I think everybody out here has made it to where they are at because they are more, they fall more in love with high finishes and the joy that brings them than, the direct money that we get from it. I do think obviously that's a great part of my life, and I'm not asking for it to change by any means, but I think that you get here because you have a love for the game and a love for competing and a love for beating, the other best players in the world. So that's what drives us. The rest is great, and I just, it probably is going to be a tricky line to walk over the next 3 weeks of interviews for sure.
As you mentioned, great. One name comes to mind, certainly with the year he's had to this point. That's Xander Schauffele, a colleague and friend of yours. What do you make of the year that's been so far for Xander to this point?
It's pretty special. He has rarely played a week that wasn't tremendous. It's not surprising, of course. I mean, he's an amazing golfer, one of the best putters you'll ever see. He's hitting at 9 miles. He's just good at everything. He has an amazing head on his shoulders. So it's never surprising, but it is always kind of jaw-dropping when you just see what he's done for this entire season. It's hard to do. I think, only 2 guys have been that consistent, and it's fascinating to be able to see him do it because, again, everybody knows how great he is, but to do it week in, week out is tough even for the best, so it's very impressive. You've
proven yourself pretty adept at social media, Max, and you've become very popular there. Other guys aren't necessarily so lucky, and Matt Kuchar has been something of a punch bag over the last few days, with a lot of people pointing out, well, he couldn't win the tournament, he couldn't make the playoffs, but he did actually have something at stake. He is trying to stay in the top 125, so he made his decision on Sunday night based on what's right for him. Do you think Kuchar's gotten something of a raw deal in terms of the reaction to the decision he made on Sunday?
To be quite honest, and I'm quite proud of this, I've not been on, so I don't know what's getting, I can imagine what's being said, but at least it was entertaining, so we got that going for us. I have no idea. If people are super angry, I don't think he's going to lose sleep over that, so yeah, I'm not sure what has been said, but prayers to Cooch, though, if he is on there. It's sure it wouldn't be an enjoyable place to be, kind of why I try to refrain from doing it during the middle of the season, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was funny, probably not for everybody involved, but I mean, at least it got us in the news, so that's always good.
One of the things that's always refreshing about you, Max, is you're very thoughtful in your responses. You're self-deprecating at times. You're very honest. Where does that come from? Where does that, when you hear from people in your life, they say, who you are off the camera is the same person you are on the camera and inside the ropes as outside of them. Where does that come from?
I'm not sure. You got to be good at something, so maybe that's what I got. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm happy. I feel like a lot of people are. Maybe I just get credit for it. I'm not really sure. I know a lot of people that are quite great out here that are also great when we're in the locker room or at dinner. So I just seem to be the one that gets the lucky, gets dubbed as that, luckily. So I'll take it while I can get it.
Do you find it's getting easier these days, Max, to tune out all of the noise about what's happening at a board level? Because things have quieted down a little bit over the last couple of months as various committees have gone to do their work in, I guess, in more private circumstances than maybe it was happening before. But do you feel as though, as a player, that it's less of a chatter week to week on the PGA Tour that you're kind of dragged into?
Yeah, I think everyone finally got fatigue. So it's not that I don't care, but nothing actually has happened. So I think we're kind of now to the what would it be, like the rumor fatigue. So when it happens, we'll all probably start chit chatting again. But for the time being, I think we're just gonna go back to our regularly scheduled programming, play golf, and wait till somebody tells us something has changed. So it's been nice. I am on the pack, so I get a bit more information than maybe some, but even then it's died down a bit. I think everyone's just been playing a bit more golf, which has been nice.
The 25 tour schedule being released, Max, was there any reaction to that initially from you? Nothing earth-shattering really coming out there.
Didn't see it, sorry. So I'm going to say no. Nobody messaged anything about anything crazy. Obviously, we've done a lot of talking about it in the PAC meetings. I never actually saw the real schedule, but I know everything we've been talking about in these meetings and what we would like to see to make it, the season flow better and make it more entertaining for everybody who's watching. I'm pretty optimistic about just where things are going. So it's always interesting, to see from the inside. Every change is really well thought out. It doesn't always work, but we're trying to move things in the right direction always to just make it more entertaining for the fans. So, but not just 25 season, but beyond. I know that every little thing that changes, even if it's not a massive ordeal, is well thought out, and they're just trying to keep kind of evolving and making things better.
Well, Max, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us ahead of your playoff push here. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Take care.